people here have been to the Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary?
Oh, that's not enough.
So, can I see a show of hands of how many people would like to go to the Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary? Okay, so what I would like all of you to do, whether you've been there or you're planning on going or you've never been, is to tell somebody about the Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary and have them visit. It's a wonderful place, a place where you can go and find yourself, find maybe a lost voice that you didn't even know you had. But most of all, you'll find a free spirit, or many free spirits. And this next individual who I'd like to call up on stage, Leighton Cougar, ladies and gentlemen. And another gentleman who needs no introduction, Mr. Flurry.
Yes, Mr. Flurry Arctic Wolf.
He's up here to make me look tall. Leighton, if you would, please tell our folks here a little bit about what you guys do at the sanctuary.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't been there, don't really know about our mission, Wild Spirit is dedicated to three things. Number one, rescuing captive bred wolves and other exotic canids from the exotic pet trade. Two, to give them a permanent lifetime sanctuary. And three is to use our sanctuary and some of our animals even as an educational facility or educational tools. Flurry is definitely one of the best educational tools we've ever had because of this personality that you're all falling in love with instantly. And that's what happens when he goes to different events and schools and things. People just automatically fall in love with him because he's so incredibly awesome. And he's a poser. And Flurry does have a claim to fame. I like to brag about his one claim to fame. Aside from being here at the Jean Cocteau, he and I and Steve and my daughter Lakota went to Staten Island and met with George there, and I'm pretty certain that he's the only wolf on planet Earth who's been in Mashable magazine, Rolling Stones magazine, the New Yorker magazine, and the only wolf who got a standing ovation for a urination. By 10,000 people.
Right by third base.
Right by third base. So so Flurry has great claim to fame. But really, our whole mission is a labor of love, and I've been doing it for a little over 20 years now, and I've had a lot of great adventures. But I was really pleased when Elias gave me a call, and behind my back, everybody at the Martin campers, talking behind my back about this idea about putting together this little mini documentary. And I'm pretty excited and nervous to see it at the same time. But I am hoping that we can really push it out to the world. And if there's anybody in this room that has connections, we want to connect with you and see if we can get this. How long is it?
The duration is 5 minutes.
Just straight 5 minutes?
About 5.5. Okay. And really what it was born into was a tool, a campaign, if you will, to promote the Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary as a sounding board of, please donate, please help. These animals, I can't think of any more worthy of a cause than helping whether it's a wolf dog, or a wild canin, live a life where they can live out the rest of their days in harmony and in an environment that they are actually supposed to be living in.
Yeah, well, they should be in the wild, but unfortunately they can't do that. So
right.
We give them the next best thing, which is the largest habitats we can provide, the best food possible. And I mean the best food possible. You couldn't feed a canid any better than what we're doing now. And all this is a labor of love that costs as much as $1,000 a day just to stay open. So it's really a struggle to make ends meet, to make payroll. It's not so much a struggle to feed these guys, because fortunately the food is free. We just have to travel to get it. And Steve, who's down here taking pictures, and my traveling buddy, he's the guy that goes and picks up the meat most of the time. Also Tom is out there picking up meat, and so really it's a lot of money on fuel.
Sure.
So we're driving thousands of miles a month just to get fuel. And we calculated that in the last 3 years we put on 1 million miles. That's a lot of miles on vehicles. That's between rescue and foods and all the things all the traveling that we have to do. We just got back from Atlanta, and we were dropping off some rescues.
And you're getting ready to go back to Los Angeles.
We picked up a rescue in Nashville that's going to be a movie dog, so we're taking it to about 7 miles north of LA where to start its training so it can be a movie dog and pretend it's a wolf. Yes.
How many animals do you have?
Right now, I think we have 70, 69.
69.
69. We have wolves. We have wolf dogs. We have 7 of one of the rarest dogs in the world, the New Guinea singing dog from the island of Papua New Guinea. And we
They're
have
so beautiful.
dingoes,
Dingoes, yes.
coyotes, and a fox. So it's a really great place to come and visit, and you can also stay there because we have a 40-acre campground, RV park, picnic area, cabin rentals. So we really want to encourage people to come and visit us. And like Ilya said right at the beginning, is that sharing is currency. It really is. Sharing what we do to everyone else is currency to us, because over time, what I've always told all of the people all the time is that, you know, you share us on social media or to your friend, and your friend shares it to a friend, and that friend shares it to a millionaire, and that millionaire sends us $20. And it helps. Every $20 helps.
Exactly.
So we just want to encourage people to share, 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 share. So if you've got your phones out and you're taking pictures, be sure that you share Flurry Arctic Wolf. He has his own Facebook site as well, so you can even friend him.
I'm still waiting for him to accept my friend.
Every once in a while, he's like,
He's busy.
Can I borrow your laptop? But he's always drooling on my laptop. But yeah, so share. I saw Flurry from Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary, all those kinds of things, and you know, because sharing is currency. We really want people to know what we do, and hopefully this will help. Yes.
How far is it from Santa Fe?
Too far. It's about 3.5 hour drive if you're driving. Yeah. So how many miles is that?
He's asking the actor.
I don't know. Yeah.
Point out that you also do educational tours and work with groups like the Scouts
Yeah.
and things like that, and we would love to have more of those kind of groups come down.
Absolutely, yeah. We host all kinds of groups, clubs, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and things we've never even heard of, different kinds of youth organizations that I've never heard of that show up. But also we're in the public school system. We've been, Flurry and I think with the wolves that I go out with, we've probably been to every single school in the APD, Albuquerque Public School District, and a few in the Santa Fe. We love going to schools, and the thing is, we go wherever we're invited. If people will pay us to get there, we're there. I almost never say no, and because it's just not a good part of my vocabulary when it comes to educating the people. And we know that kids are our most important asset we have right now. You know, without getting political, we can all say we know we're in trouble, and we need kids.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we need the youth to rise up, and they are. And a lot of kids are really shifting and changing, and this, coming into a classroom, changes lives.
Which is also, I'm glad that you said it's also important, because this right here is a specific part of nature that we also need, that is disappearing from our ecosystem, which creates all kinds of problems that we're already staring in the face of. And this is really the last hope to do something about it, and it starts here tonight. And we hope that after you guys see this, that it'll inspire you, like I said earlier, to tell a friend, tell a loved one, tell someone you don't even like. Just get the word out there. You know, they're doing great things at the Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary, and it's for an even better cause. What we will do is we're gonna run the commercial now, and we would love to take more questions afterwards, and then we'll run the film if that's all right with everyone here.
Cool.
Do you guys want to do that?
Let's do it.
Trent, if you would,
I want to see it.
Few animals on earth evoke such strong emotions as wolves, or have suffered so much as a result of misunderstanding. In spite of their fierce reputation, they are shy, intelligent, and elusive creatures. Set in the southwestern mountain village of Candy Kitchen, New Mexico, Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary passionately educates the public about wolves, wolf dogs, wild canines, the exotic pet trade, and the need for rescue and lifetime sanctuary.
Why is Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary so special?
I think it's a combination of many things. The interaction that you get with the animals, the family that you create while you're here with all the other volunteers and the staff. You know, we're out here in the middle of nowhere doing what we do, and we all love it.
Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary is special because the energy about it is just one of a kind.
The wolves are just beautiful, majestic animals, and I've learned a lot from them since I've been here. They teach you a lot about humility, for certain.
We had one animal that we rescued many years ago that was kept in a shed. And the thing that I noticed, the first thing I noticed when it was released into its habitat is it looked into the sky. It could see the sky, you know, and it just seemed like it was in complete awe of this strange environment, so different than what it was in when we got it. And that, for me, is just heartwarming.
The biggest change that we often see is when we pair them up with someone. Often a relationship with another wolf, getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend, is what we call it, can have dramatic effects on the animal from one day to the other, often night and day.
What we want to do is be able to dispel the myths. You know, the main myth about wolves is that the big bad beast is going to run amok and eat you and your children. And that's simply not true. And the other myth is, oh, I can have a wolf as a pet. That's not true either.
Why shouldn't you have a wolf as a pet? For many, many reasons.
They're cute. They're so beautiful. Why can't I have one in my home? Then they find out that it's nothing like a regular domestic dog.
Essentially, you're saying that you love it so much you want to take away all of its rights, all of its freedoms.
And people like us, Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary, have to come in to the rescue. So enrichment hikes are not always off property. However, today we are on what we call Bon Mesa, which is about 20 minutes from the sanctuary.
And we like bringing guests on hikes like this because where else do you get to walk in the woods with a wolf beside you? I don't know. But I can tell you that for all the folks who have taken walks up here with us, they have been blessed. And they go home enriched. They have stories to tell. And we always say that sharing is like currency. The more people share us and their adventure with us, the more people that want to come out and do it. And that's enriching forever.
We invite you to visit Candy Kitchen, New Mexico, where moonlight paints the southwestern mountain desert valleys a vibrant cobalt blue, and the wild ones sing a song of freedom, a song that echoes through the ages and into our hearts. Join us in our efforts to protect these wild spirits.
Really nice work.
Thank you. All the work is done by these folks at the sanctuary, so thank you guys.
I like
Wow.
ideas.
Yeah, that choked me up.
Yeah.
I did, it's powerful. If you, I mean, the floor is open to any questions. I'm sure they'll be directed to
I'm
Leighton.
really thankful that George narrated that. That was good. I'm glad you guys made that decision. So, yes.
I do have a question. How do you hear of these individual animals? Do people contact you and say, I cannot handle this animal anymore?
I'm going to answer that in a way you're not expecting.
Okay.
But we turn away wolves and other exotic canines every single day. because we cannot rescue them all. Every single day we receive emails, Facebook private messages, public messages, phone calls. Any way you can contact us, we're contacted every single day for an animal in need. And so the bummer is I don't have a million acres and $1 billion, so I can't do it. But if I did, you could imagine how big the facility would be and how many people we'd have to hire to take care of these incredible animals. And I would do it in a heartbeat if that money appeared. Because it's just, I'm really choked up. This has been, bro.
It's okay, sir.
This has been the hardest thing in my entire life. I'm 56 years old, and I've been doing this for almost 21 years, and nothing has been harder and more emotional and more destabilizing of who I am as a person. But I can tell you one thing, that when I am the most clear, when I am the most focused, and when I'm the most direct is 2 times. When I'm on the rescue trail to save a life. There's nothing else that goes through my head. And when I'm in the moment at the sanctuary needing to capture or help them because they're hurt or injured or whatever, or need to go to the vet. There's nothing else in the world matters at those moments. And every time those moments are over, I feel like I just had a mini vacation. I'm like, oh, the world's different now all of a sudden. And really, it's the only time I get those vacations is when, my bro Steve and I are on the rescue road. That's the only breaks in the world that I get, and I just, it's hard even really for anyone to, until you come out and you feel the energy of the animals, it's kind of hard to even really know what it is that we're doing. This is a pretty good rendition of,
Close, very close.
But it's when you're there, because I promise everyone something that I can guarantee, is that, and I can guarantee it right this very second, when you're in the presence of one of these animals, you feel something. You absolutely feel something. And it's not something that you should try to own, but it's something you should try to absorb and learn from, and then share. And when you come to the sanctuary, and I've been to a few other sanctuaries, and but there's nothing like the feeling you get when you're walking through our place. You can see the work that needs to get done, you can see the work that's been done, but you are going to feel something super special. And I hope that you all can come out who haven't been there, and you can carry that feeling home and share it. Get a hold of this, share it. I mean, we need to make this public. We need to make this, the world sees this. And I'm inspired by, and people who are around me, they hear me talking about him, but there's Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Yeah.
Talented guy.
Has changed the face of social media, all by himself. Because what I've learned from him is that every second you got that phone in your hand, do something with it. He's the biggest advertiser for all the work he does and what other people do every single day, all day long. That phone. And when I was at that HBO party, the first one we had here, and I found the lady who coordinated the party from HBO, and I said, will you tell me how much this party costs? She said, no. I said, will you nod your head in the right direction if I give you a number and it's close? And so I gave her a number, and she nodded her head, and I said, what makes it worth it? And she pulled out that phone. This makes it worth it. Sharing everything you do, everything we do all the time.
Sharing is caring.
It's, and like I said in there, it's currency. It will somehow pay off, somehow. So I want everybody who can get a hold of this, and that you can get it through me, and you share it, and share it, and share it until everybody on the planet has seen it. Everybody. I mean,
that would be amazing, and that is our goal.
We should try to put it up on George's website.
We will.
Oh,
yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, you can bet that I'll be sharing it all the time, and I'm going to encourage others to do it.
Put it on a Facebook page, because all we have to do is share.
Yeah. And believe me, it'll be on a lot of Facebook pages by tomorrow. So, and we want you to take it and put it on yours as well.
And also visit the sanctuary, please.
In your years of doing this and your efforts to try and educate people as to why this is not a good idea, this is not something you should be doing, have you seen any change?
For the worse. And the reason being is that when I started this 20 years ago, we didn't have social media.
Right.
And with social media, our game has changed. We have to work harder because there's more people than us going, I love my baby wolf. Oh, look, I bought a wolf dog. Oh, look, I have a pet fox. Oh, look, I have a dingo. It's out of control. So in my opinion is the only way we can combat it is exactly what's happening. We have to use social media to social media. It's the only way I can imagine today. I mean, I'm really grateful we have social media. It's changed the face of the sanctuary as well, but it's really made us far more competitive with the people who are proselytizing that it's fun, it's good, it's okay to have a wild animal as a pet.
It's not okay.
It's not. It's never going to be okay, and it's certainly not okay for them. But what I hear is, well, they don't know the difference. They've never been in the wild. How could they even know?
Let's just
Holy
stick those
cow.
people in the wild for a while, let them handle.
So, you know, I have a lot of work to do to dispel the myth, you know,
Well, I
and it's
think
very
working with,
different.
yeah, working with schools and the like, that's one of the primary things I think you can be doing as well.
What else, bro?
That's it. I mean, other than telling a friend, a family member, and a neighbor about what you saw here tonight, and that this is in our own backyard, and we can do something about it tonight. You can start tonight by educating yourselves and those that you hold dear how important this is, and it's something that we can do today.
And Wild Spirit's Twitter account is?
It's mine. I just link my Facebook to Twitter. That way it's easier for social media. So yeah, so pretty much if you see anything on Twitter, it's from me, and so it'll be going that way too. So and if, for those of you who haven't seen these awesome, these are not just stuffed animals. These are the wolves of Westeros.
These are the Stark wolves.
These are Stark wolves, yes, and they're made by my new friends here, Adam and Will. They're called Cuddle Clones, and you can look up their website and their Instagram, and you can have your own pet preserved forever. I just think this is really cool.
They look amazing.
We'll be sharing that video on all of our social accounts, which adds up to like $250,000.
I'm gonna wake up my Maine Coon cat tomorrow morning. Surrounded by dire wolves.
That's cool.
Well, when you sponsor a wolf, we have a few different sponsorship programs, but when you sponsor a wolf, all it does is assist in feeding that animal. It takes, how many sponsorships does it take? 18? 17 sponsors per animal feeds that animal for the entire year.
Okay.
And then, but we also have also really cool stuff. If you come and maybe come for the day, or maybe you want to camp out, or get into one of our rentals, just like I said here, you can go for a walk with a wolf. We'll give you a canine encounter. That's where I'm going to take you in with dingoes, a fox, some New Guinea singing dogs, and a wolf or a wolf dog, and we're going to hang out with them for about an hour. You know, where else can you go and do that? I don't know. The walk is getting pretty popular, and I like doing the walk because I need the exercise too. And the animals really, really enjoy that. It's enriching not just for the human who's come and paid that price, but for the animal itself. And so we have just different packages, so you can go to our website, which you saw in here, wildspiritwolfsanctuary.org. And you can investigate all the cool stuff we do, and make your arrangements, and come out and do it. So,
Go ahead. Yeah.
Leighton hasn't mentioned it, but we actually have a Westeros pack of wolves that Leighton rescued from one of the more horrific situations that I've heard of. Even just seeing their arrival film that happened at night, and these animals have been kept in small concrete and chain link fences, and just seeing them put their feet on real ground was like a transcendent moment, just to see these animals a little closer to the world where they should be.
yeah.
So we have a Westeros pack. So if you or a friend of yours is a fan of George R.R. Martin's writing, a wonderful gift you can give to them, because this is how I got started with Wild Spirit.
Yeah,
Was a bunch of George's fans adopted one of the wolves for me as a Christmas present. And that started me on this path. So, you know, consider giving someone a sponsorship for Ghost or Nymeria or Shaggy Dog.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not dire wolves, but they were in dire straits.
Yes. Yes.
It was pretty much the most gruesome rescue I'd ever done, and but fortunately, both groups are they're not in their brand new habitats yet, but they're in new habitats, which not rock as much as it's gonna rock
Literally.
next year, but we did move them into 2 other larger habitats, and we're still gonna build their new habitats. So they're all really happy campers, and they're actually far less fearful than they ever have been. So even when you come next time, you're going to see them come to the fence instead of
That's so
going around and
wonderful
around
to
and
hear.
around.
It's so wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
I would like to, at this moment, Andy, if you would. Andy was our cinematographer for this commercial. Thank you. Yeah, our director Eric Jacobson. He couldn't make it. He's in Hawaii. So poor guy. And of course, I'd like to thank Leighton for all the work that you do day in and day out. And Paris, I would be remiss. Thank you for putting all of this together. We literally would not be here if it weren't for you and your care for these animals.
We love you, Paris.
And of course, Larry.